Hi there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Okay, today I'm going to watch Swamp Thing. So, Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is Swamp Thing. It's a thing in the swamp. And I've never read any of the Swamp Thing comics, but I did see the movie, the first one with Adrian Barbeau. And I remember thinking it's okay. I saw it pretty young, so I I remember I don't remember exactly how I felt about it. I remember Swamp Thing's in it, and Adrian Barbeau is in it, and there's like a swamp and a thing. I'm sure it's fine. All right, so Swamp Thing, all caps, follows Abby Arcane as she investigates what seems to be a deadly swamp-borne virus in a small town in Louisiana, but soon discovers that the swamp holds mystical and terrifying secrets. When unexplainable and chilling horrors emerge from the murky marsh, no one is safe. Is Adrian Barbeau in this? Oh, Derek Myers is in this. I bet he plays Swamp Thing. But he played. If you don't know who that is, he played Jason Voorhees in the 2009 remake reboot of Friday the 13th. Special appearance by Kevin Durand. I don't. Name sounds familiar. I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, Swamp Thing. What do you mean it got canceled? This looks really good! I really like the first episode. I'm definitely gonna watch the rest of it. Does it start sucking? Does Is the first episode great and then it's all downhill from there? Or is it yet another good show that the people with the money had no faith in it or didn't want to do it in the first place? Or I don't know. It's the sad, sad, sad way of things. Well, I can't vouch for the remaining 9 episodes of the season, but I can say that the first episode is really good if you are me. I don't know how you'd react to it, but I really liked it. It's. I was getting a lot of deja vu from some of the costuming and set design. I'd have to go back and watch the movie again. I'm wondering if I'm nuts, which is, I mean, I am, but I wonder if it was like based on a lot of the sets and costume design and stuff from the movie, which was based on the book, so maybe that's where it comes from. Anyway, so we've got a how apropos to the times, there is an epidemic in the swamps of Louisiana somewhere, and people are getting sick. So we've got our scientist Abby Arcane, who works for the CDC, and she comes into town to figure stuff out. And you've got the other scientist, Alec Holland, I think his name is, who's a biologist, and he's futzing around trying to figure things out. And they figure out who each other are, and they try to figure out the sickness, and they go out in the swamp, and they figure things out, and turns out the rich people are dumping crap in the water, and then they find out that Alex is getting too close, so they kill him, and he turns into Swamp Thing, and that's pretty much the first episode. That's Swamp Thing's origin story, essentially. But this is really done in an interesting way. First, it's done in a very, I mean, it name drops Columbo and Murder, She Wrote and stuff like that. So it's very mystery oriented. It's like, ooh, what is this sickness? This, which seems to be very plant based, because we've got all these damn vines that are just like they've been jacked up with Bane juice because they just grow all over the place. And a little girl gets sick, and she's like coughing up mucus and leaves, and her dad is dead, and he like exploded into a tree, and they have him on the autopsy table, and vines just go out, and his dead corpse is just almost moved around like a marionette with the different vines and stuff that are trying to bust at him. It's very, very body horror, very Thing-esque. It's really cool. CG isn't great. It's okay, but it's like, that's CG. The practical stuff looks good. There's not a ton of it, but what's practical does look really good. Do you like Cronenberg body horror type of stuff? Because there's some good stuff like that in here. The gentleman who plays Alec, the guy who turns into Swamp Thing, that is a really interesting way they're presenting this character, because he's the kind of person who will see something shiny and go for it regardless of he just gets tunnel vision. He'll like walk into a hospital and go, ooh, here's interesting stuff. Let me just read the files because I'm a biologist. Maybe I can help. They're like, dude in the shorts and sandals, out. He's like, but I'm reading the blood charts and stuff. They're like, dude, who are you? Get out. And he's just completely oblivious about everything. And there's a fine line with characters like that, because that line is like, oh, he's endearing and charming, and on the other side of that line is, oh my god, someone hit this person, they're so annoying. This guy manages to stay on the right side of that line. Unless you're a very violent person who wants to hit people, then he's on the wrong side of the line. But characters so far are interesting and cool. I like the way it's shot. It's a mystery with horror, and there's some nice gore. Again, effects aren't great, but not like, oh, my night is ruined because the effects aren't good. Yeah, I liked it. I'm excited to see more. We get a brief glimpse of Swamp Thing at the end, and yeah, looks good. So, Swamp Thing. Yay.